Considering you fought a Leviathan, I'm surprised it looks this good. I'd see it in the flesh.
Seems our local legend has not been entirely honest.
All the years we heard that story, and half of it was a lie. We thought Mpora just left. Part of me wishes I still did.
He could have shared the credit. No. He wanted it all for himself.
No trap? Huh. Maybe he figured if we made it this far, we'd earned it.
okay at this. I thought you'd never come out of there. I've been waiting for ages. Uncle Capo taught me a thing or two about how to survive. It's why he's always so... No! I can't get distracted. This is too important. Listen to me. I came to find you as soon as I heard what my uncle asked you to do. I just wanted you to meet him, not go on one of his stupid escapades. What do you think? You have to put the heart back. Or take it away. Whatever you do, don't give it to him. A fraud? What? But why wouldn't he? That's nonsense. Every Leviathan hunter knows the risks. Oh, gods. People think my uncle is the greatest hero they've ever had. He's the spirit of Thirdborn. If that gets out, what do we do? We can't tell anyone. All right, I trust your judgment. But what about the heart? You can't give it to him. You just can't. No, it's not. Apparently, if you grind a fossilized Leviathan heart and mix it with wine, it becomes a poison. I found his notes on it. I think that's what he wants it for. I don't know, but he's been more and more upset lately. I'm afraid he believes he's so sick. He has no other choice. He's been a hero for so long. I don't think he can imagine a life in bed. You've gotta put a stop to it. Any way you know how.
The wolf eats the hemlock. What suffering could be so great?
It couldn't be. It wouldn't be. He's not soulless or mindless. Not like those people at the gates. He's still himself. Whatever it is, it can't be worth dying for. Then we've got to go back. Right now. I'll go find the Tiranui. He'll know what to do. If you can talk any sense into him, Just hurry. I'll be there when I can. I will. I'll see you soon.
Measly dungeon, how bad can it be?
No, Dario, I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich? You're gonna kill us all. Wow's eyes. Who are you?
Hey, first of all, we only bled that merchant a bit. Still quite alive when we left him.
I don't like this, Dario. This is how we get ourselves killed. First you said we should come to the living lands, and I went with you.
Stealing from that merchant was your idea, though. And credit where credit is due. It was a solid one.
Now you want me to break into some dungeon full of traps? I've had it.
Kut'a bow. If it bothered you that much, you should have said so. Told you we should have gone into the ruins instead. I told you it'd be simpler. Now look what happened. Shut up and draw your blade already. We can argue after we kill this sanctimonious little shit.
And Ross! Eon Seek!
You won't get...
Seek! Eon Seek!
Well struck.
Who's next? Anyone?
Nicely done!
Who's ready for more?
Listen, thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me. I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him, but both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen in anyone else. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Like I just woke up with a hangover. Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling a warmth I couldn't get close to. Yeah, after I ride out the worst of it.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you for seeing this through with me. Was there something else? Should I break out the booze? Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing each other's battles. But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't gotten to know many of them as well as you. You always know what to do. It's like you've got an internal compass guiding you. Not many people have such a clear sense of direction, especially in situations as complicated as these. I never thought I'd feel this at ease again with anyone else, much less myself. But you helped me face loss, regret. After drifting for a long time, I finally feel like I belong again. So are you. I don't say that lightly. So whatever you need, whatever it takes to finish this journey, I'm with you. To the end. You know where to find me.
Thank you for telling us about Tama. For what it's worth, I don't think less of you. Dealing with grief, it's never easy.
I've lost people before. You're right. The grief is never easy. What I didn't know how to deal with was the shame, knowing I'd failed them.
We never fail those who love us. But our conscience tells us otherwise. You have something on your mind, and I want to hear all about it. What do you want to know? Until next time.
I have a moment to talk. Right. What do you need? Right. Changing the subject. Thanks for talking.
starving. Serves me right for not packing enough snacks.
I've got some cheese. You want to share?
You have cheese? Where did you get cheese?
Maurice's pad. It's full of snacks. I figured he wouldn't miss a little cheese.
I won't tell if you don't.
Be a god? This is preposterous.
Yes, but have you seen what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true. A god unbound to us. What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Intent. Action. We do not hear a melody in this god's motives. It is a neophyte, thinking how it will.
Am I to believe it is ignorant of its power?
Even a child at play steps on ants in the garden.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
Will it create or destroy? It thrills us.
If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
Parry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Wodika, from outside or within.
There. Adds a little culture to the camp, doesn't it?
Right. Did someone eat my special cheese?
Cheese? No, not me. What about you, Kai?
Believe me, you'd know if I'd eaten it.
It was medicinal cheese for my stomach, and someone ate it.
Oh, rats, maybe?
Well, someone ate it. The sooner they confess, the sooner we can move past it.
Guess we'll be here a while.
Right. I thought this might happen. Which is why I took the liberty of going through Kai's pockets. Guess what I found? Crumbs. Cheese crumbs.
That doesn't prove anything.
It's my fault, Marius. I was starving, and Kai was generous enough to share.
Marius, I'm sorry for enjoying your special cheese.
The cheese was aged 10 years in a seaside cave. Next time you're peckish, ask and I'll get you something fresher.
For what it's worth, it was delicious.
Oh, I know, Gianna. I know. So, animals, huh?
Indeed. A vibrant tapestry of art, research, and spirituality.
Sounds interesting. I mean, the souls and whatnot.
Are you curious about the soul? Yours, or maybe someone else's?
No, just, you know, talking.
Talking is good. If you're ever curious about animals, you know where to find me.
Right. Good talk. Good talk.
Fabric. We still have stock. Oh, you're back. What can I do for you? We still have various linens and silks in stock.
Oh, you're back. What do you want? Really? Gods, I hope it's no one I know. I mean, how do you know this? What, you mean Rwanga? Yeah, she talks my ear off about it every time she comes to town for cooking oil and toilet paper. But talk is all it is, Envoy. I wouldn't think anything of it. Half the people here were pirates and the other half were smugglers. If third-borners made a habit of killing each other over little things like robbery, you'd be standing in a ghost town. Deals go bad, stuff gets lost, and sailors fall out over it. It doesn't mean anything, Envoy. Not out here. I'll take that risk. Was there anything else? Oh, you're back. What do you want? Really? Which one? One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skates. Oh, wait. That's everything off the board, isn't it? Good job. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go pass out.
If you're looking for the captain and his crew, they're upstairs. Mind taking these drinks up when you go? I'm just giving you what the captain ordered.
Who would have thought? Not me! Not me!
What a pleasure it is to see you both.
What?
It's fine. It's all gonna be fine. Water under the keel, right, boys?
You are so very right, Roma. I'm so confused. My favorite envoy! Thank you for bringing us back together. And you even got dear Ronga here. I hope you didn't have to twist her arm too violently.
Ah, you old bastard. I'm glad to be here.
You are?
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't pass up this little reunion for anything.
I gotta know what the envoy paid you to say that.
Nonsense, nonsense! We're all here of our own volition, thanks entirely to our most powerful friend.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, but I nearly forgot. Did the bartender send you up without drinks? It's not a reunion without a toast. Excellent, excellent! Here, envoy, a little something from my travels all those years ago. May it bring fortune to your journeys too. Now, make a toast for us. Give us all something more to drink to. To new times ahead.
To the healing of wounds.
Can we just drink?
Please, before I vomit.
Drink. Drink! I don't know if I'm experiencing joy.
For once, I'm grateful that I prefer wine.
Oh my! What's happened to Koa and Ranga?
I think they're dead, boss.
Dead? Why, this is tragic.
I'm weeping myself silly.
It was a toast to remember, Envoy, but I'm afraid our work together has come to an end.
I believe the captain just made us unknowing accomplices to a crime.
I'll never forget what you did for me here. Oathbinder, bless and keep you.
We've been had. I should have seen that coming.
Justice is sweet, and I owe it all to you.
The oasis belongs to us all. Enjoy it, brother.
Oh, you're back. What do you want? Okay, well, don't do it again unless you got something to show me.
Godlike. Ah, back already? Have you got the heart?
I'm not ashamed to admit we had a near-death experience or two. Well done.
Ah, I'm impressed. Did you like my designs? I had warning signs everywhere. If some thieves got themselves killed, that's not my fault. They should have stayed away. Or been better thieves. Huh. Well, you managed well enough. Now, the heart. Ah, yes. That. You haven't been here long. People go missing in the living lands all the time. We were young and foolhardy adventurers with no one to miss us. The entire town hailed me as a hero the moment I stepped onto shore. I had overcome the Leviathan.
That's no excuse. Do you realize how much Thirdborn looks up to you?
With everyone celebrating, I couldn't bear to tell them that I wasn't the warrior Thirdborn thought I was. That I couldn't save her. From the moment I stepped off that boat, I stopped being Capo the Man. I was only the Leviathan Slayer. Yes, I hid everything I'd taken in the hunt within the ruins. Once people heard about it, they thought I had other hidden treasures. But adventurers started thieving, looking for gods know what, and I set up traps to stop them. The heart is the only thing I have left of her. So, what will you do now? Reveal my shame to the town? To my Nakai? Of course they do. The one I wanted to protect most. I was a fool to think any of this would be simple. What about the rest of the town? This must be the god's justice then. Maybe it's what I deserve after all these years. So, the heart? Damn that child to the depths! They were never supposed to know. I have the dream scourge. I'm starting to feel it in my bones. You'd think. It comes on slowly. So slowly I don't think folk realize until it's too late. I've got shakes, tremors that weren't there before. But the worst are the dreams. Sand swallowing thirdborn. A garden, vines eating at old ruins. People say the dream scourge is a soul plague. I'm no fool. It's in my head, eating away at me. I saw it at the gates of thirdborn. People go mad. They kill their kin. I don't want to hurt Chico. I'd hoped to go out quietly, but my Nikai is smart. I didn't realize they'd uncovered my plan. I can't bear to hurt another person I love. Not like Ampara. Not again. I want to die as myself. On my own terms.
On the one hand, it isn't our place to decide how someone ought to live or die. On the other hand, the Leviathan's heart was never his to begin with. Finders keepers. At the end of the day, I think eating a Leviathan's heart is an impractical way to end one's life. To each their own.
Hasn't this place seen enough death? You gotta seize every moment you're given, old man. You owe that much to Chico. You gotta give him more of a goodbye than this. You can understand that, can't you? Give me the heart. Give me this one act of courage. You can't! Damn you! Oh, this path can only end badly for Chico. Maybe the rest of Thirdborn too. You may have doomed us all! Hero of Thirdborn, I'm nothing but a helpless, unstable man.
He writhes as we writhe, yet he lives. How could life bring him pain?
Good luck, godlike. You'll need it.
Onward. Thirdborn is strong enough to survive the truth. They deserve it.
I know you just talked to my uncle. You didn't give him the heart, did you? Thank the gods.
I'm Hajime with the Tiranui. Chico said there was something about a Leviathan heart. And their uncle Capo, they said he was planning something terrible. That's all they gave me to go on. Gods, Capo's fallen a lot farther than I thought. I suppose that could work. Chico?
Consider it payment for helping me. For everything.
Anything else? What? I see. The townsfolk won't be happy to know the truth, but I guess after all this time, they're owed it. Chico, Envoy.
Thank you. I mean it. I'm sorry my uncle is sick. But I'm not sorry, I know. I'll spend as much time with him as I can. What? No. No, that's not possible. Even if it were, there must be a way to stop it. That doesn't help him now. Gods. I just feel so helpless. I don't want him to suffer. I don't want him to have the heart. I want the one thing I can't have. For him to be all right. You don't have to say anything. I'm sorry. I guess I should help you in some way. Here. Take my uncle's armor. He meant it for me, but I'm not using it. Maybe you can give it a new story. I should go see him now.
Poor kid. I always liked them. Shame it had to come to this.
Oh, gods. And Ediran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Ediran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you. And that is the only good to come out of the matter. The attempt on an independent city like Fior it's just...
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know that if this Ediran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthrall siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir. Does she intend to raise our home as well?
Maybe worse. Ludwine's goons stole all my research on the godless back in Fior, and now she's a little too interested in the godless ruins here.
What do you mean? Andra's depths. If I could help you, I would. The fact of the matter is, I'm in over my head already. I can't even protect the ruins myself. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringrim's say-so.
Ringrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Ediran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwine wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage. Yeah, absolutely no one wants to deal with an Archmage, not unless they've got a death wish.
Look on the bright side. If we survive this, it'll make a great story.
When an Archmage like Ringrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. I suspect that's the point. I think Ringrim enjoys her reputation almost as much as she enjoys earning it. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunin ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatsley, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerity. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck. Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
Now I'm feeling underdressed.
Can't you see I'm busy? You order me. Even if I am an Edirian citizen, you have no authority in Thirdborn. Besides, even the Edirians aren't as much of a pain to deal with as some of my clients. I've had my hands full with other shipments. Since he is not the only client I have to answer to. I know, but with Paradise under lockdown and Fior with a grain shortage, it's a miracle I can deliver anything on time. Cindy has always been a good customer. Tell her I'll have her shipment over to her by sundown.
Thank you for returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do. Some young idiot Thirdborners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would. And now, predictably, they're missing. Any real soldier would know the worst crime against his brothers in arms is desertion. He should have stayed with them to the end. I'll make sure these badges are given to the surviving families. Thirdborn will last. We will get through this.
Ah, the godlike hero. You're back. Getting thirsty yet? You did. Fantastic. If only everyone in Thirdborn were as helpful as you. Here, for your troubles. I'll give you the best deal in the city, too. Need anything else?
Listening to Yardsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. I don't know, she's alright, okay? But how would she know how to get to the garden? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Petraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. If I must.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. It's not that. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller? And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis, dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. All that vigor's been wrung dry. Being back, it felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. That I abandoned. Yeah, you're right. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temerity's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving? Instead of drifting. Yeah. For the longest time, I was just running from Tama's death. Thanks to you, I'm starting to think about what I might head towards. What about you? You were sent by your emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. Between releasing Egwolf and thwarting the Steel Garrote and Emerald Stair, you've opposed your empire's interests. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow. Yeah, it was tough to see him like this. But I'm glad you didn't give him the heart. He's always been the toughest among us. And even if he won't admit it, he doesn't want anyone seeing him at his weakest. But it's more important that he say his goodbyes. Properly. They would have taken it hard. I'm glad we could spare them that much. And about Capo's secret. I'm glad you shared the truth. I didn't think I would be. But after dealing with my past, it'd be a shame for the people who knew him best to miss such a big piece of him. It'll be a shock, but the people who knew Capo will come to terms with it, without forgetting the man they knew. Good thing you're asking the expert. Holler if you need anything else.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsli. In many ways, Quilici has been like a second father to me. But Yatsli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good. As long as you don't feed her after midnight. She gets gassy, temperamental, and somehow it's your fault. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins? She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet. If I must.
You know, people don't think steam thistle has any medicinal properties.
Oh?
But if you grind it up and add some clean water, it's decent at protecting your skin from the sun.
That will be a great help on our travels. I detest the sun.
It also doesn't taste half bad on bread. If you don't mind picking out all the little pricklers.
I think I'll stick to butter. But at least we have options.
Wait, did you ask about that, or was it Kai? Never mind. Carry on.
Seeds of change, their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe. A name given to the land, not asked for. You see why the parasites are loathed? The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the bird song. The air was not meant for voices. The soil was not meant to carry buildings. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again. Efforts paid in blood, they lie to the earth, to themselves. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the rot. The spider devours her mate to lay her eggs. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now, We will speak again.
I knew you'd be back!
Good. You made it back.
None of the clerks believe my story.
Envoy, an alarming report crossed my desk. One of our agents in Emerald Stair never reported back from his assignment. Well done. Naturally. Fiormes Iverno is a problem for Adir, but we have subtler ways of dealing with problems. Some of us do, anyway. Inquisitor Ludwig is not among them. You've done the Empire a great service by carving out one of its many imperfections. I'd call that a job well done. And what a grand part it's been. While you're here, will there be anything else?
Aren't you going to introduce us?
You must be the Animancer I've heard so much about. Every bit as outspoken as your reputation. Ambassador Falshin Heelguard, welcome to our modest embassy.
I wanted to see you for myself. The spider at the center of it all, hiding in his web.
Rest assured, Madame. I'm aware of what happened in Emerald Stair. My job is to prevent hostilities, not to provoke them.
We have nothing more to say to each other.
Envoy, need I remind you that traveling with an Animancer could be hazardous to your life, your very soul.
That's very kind of you.
Have it your way, then. I've spoken my piece. But enough about unpleasant matters. Will there be anything else?
Envoy, glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you? Safe travels, Envoy.
A soil to feed their dying homeland. Why should we nourish them? We have our own home, our own lives to live.
You're back! What have you found?
You have our condolences, Master Cartographer. The beauty of Emerald Stair hides the danger at its heart.
Fletcher! Oh, I was sure she would be safe. Her maps were so meticulous. She even made her own ink. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon. Ah, poor Wilfred. A keen eye for botany. He loved to write about the plants he found. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
I am uneasy in the presence of so many adherents. They attacked my people, and here we are, waltzing around their occupied territory as if nothing is wrong. Don't beat yourself up. At least I get to observe my enemy in their natural habitat. Fair warning, people might not like seeing you in the company of an animancer. But don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. I know when to keep a low profile. Hey, don't give me an excuse to use it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Just wanted to get that off my chest. I'll tell you whatever I know. Settlers come to the living lands from every corner of Eora. Many stop in Paradise or venture as far out as Thirdborn. And why not? The city has everything they need. Stability, security, walls, everything but freedom. That is why the rest of the living lands is populated by the intellectuals, the adventurous, and the criminally insane. Some of us aren't willing to exchange freedom for safety. We accept the frontier as it is. Let me think. I heard about what happened to the Claviger. Strange, isn't it? 2 politicians leave town, only 1 returns. Not that I'm suggesting anything happened out there. Away from the city, in the wilderness. I'm afraid not. For obvious reasons, I don't have many friends in the area. Should I learn anything of interest, you'll be the first to hear about it. Well, technically the second. Pleasant dreams.
Do you know what kind of position you've put us in, sending those civilians here, Envoy? If the Steel Garrote catch wind...
Take a breath. Start from the beginning.
An implication from the Inquisitor is as good as an edict as far as I'm concerned. What are we supposed to do now? I have nothing more to say, Envoy. Please, leave me be for now.
You'll find the sword down in the lake bed. Please, recover it if you can.
You did good over in the mines.
We shouldn't even be out here with you. We should be defending Thirdborn.
Don't take this the wrong way, but your friend the ambassador is an asshole. Glad to hear it. What is it about authorities? No modesty, no humility, and barely any regard for others. In more ways than one. Does that kind of power appeal to you? Would you lord over this island as the ambassador does? You're too modest. Maybe that means you're suited to the job. Well, I've kept you as a captive audience long enough. If there's anything else, just let me know. If I must.
Singing sand, we feel the essence seep from the ruins. Cooling east wind. Candor. That is why we speak to you. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride. A crystal shimmer. Friend or hunter? Let it in and see. We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then the seasons change. They turn to each other. The rose does not depend on the moss to survive. We look deeper. Our limbs sift through sand. What do you know of this? For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals? Still, the word eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you? Spring turned to winter, a soul torn from its rightful home. This we understand. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout, From what well does it spring? Four arms build together, a fence made stronger, peace restored. We have learned much. Dream of shimmering scales as you rest.
Things just keep going from bad to worse.
And what's more, the entire region is plagued by crop blight.
Yeah, well, Thirdborn won't ever have that problem. We have no crops to grow.
No, you daft fool. We have dream thralls breaking down our walls instead.
Over here, dear. There you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Reengrim? Oh, lovely. Then you know what we're up against. Oh, her spells are legendary. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Eora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Andra's titties. The Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. Well, Nakukubel is the largest of the godless ruins. It's still got its share of secrets. There must be something in there of interest to Reengrim. Probably something powerful. I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Reengrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
I promise we'll get into the right amount of trouble.
Perfect! Oh, this is going to be fun.
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it. I probably know a lot about this place that you don't. It's rough, but it's very survivable. Yatsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders. Nothing, I'm fine. Forget I said anything. I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. I'm sure we'll be fine. I just hope this is all worth it. Anyway. Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to see what's down there, I guess? And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries. Nah, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but what if she doesn't? You too.
For the camp of an official Edir and envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. With how overwrought you Edirans can be, I expected at least some tacky rugs. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind? I'm the only buyer you'll find here, and I already have the jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. That was my assumption as well. Barrett's balls. It's nice to know I won't have to dumb things down with you. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
I've been a lot of places I never wanted to go, but that was among the worst.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Yaxley, when all of this is behind us, are you going back to Fior Mesiverno?
It's hard to imagine leaving forever, especially with Quilichi's story. What about you? If the Daughters reversed your exile, you could return.
I haven't decided yet. On the one hand, it's tempting.
On the other, nothing's really changed. And you'd still have the same problems waiting for you there.
Exactly. You understand.
You're a brilliant woman, Chiara. Whatever you decide, you'll be right.
Too kind to me, Yaxley. I don't deserve you.
For all you put up with for me, I'm sure I could be kind. I'm always happy to help. Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time? Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count. But Fior and its people are safe. That's what matters. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise. That's what happens when you're the breadbasket of the living lands. Sometimes things get stale. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't. I know, and she knows. Let's leave it at that. Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young-at-heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerti. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel, and a girl's gotta eat sometime. Who says I did? I still go out often. I've catalogued many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling. Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course, but a larger part of it is time. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again. It's so much easier to do when you're younger. Now I enjoy eating and watching Quilici cook far too much. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Quilici and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
Are you joking? He's my mentor. Not to mention 1,000 years old.
Oh, no. They're both handsome humans, of course. But Giada is like family to both Quilici and me. He taught her a lot of what he knows. She spent days in our home. Literal 26-hour days. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently. Any sense of safety just went poof. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out. Me? Well, I suppose that's an option. I'd need help, of course, but I'd at least ask for it. Huh. I'll think on it. Maybe it'd be a nice retirement plan for Quilici and me.
Governor Yatsley. I like the sound of that.
Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling? Careful what you wish for, darling. So, the Godless, or the Akida, as they called themselves, were the original folks who lived in the living lands. They arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there, living with the land instead of trying to tame it. You sound certain. Well, that would align with my own findings. But how could you know that? Oh, well, I should definitely trust that. But dubious metaphysics notwithstanding, you corroborate my theory. The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in Rawatai or Ishamatal or, well, Adir. But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing, seeking refuge, so they must have come from somewhere. My guess, they originally came from Yesua. Yesua, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storms, one of the 3 hubs of the Angwithan Empire. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was a dream. But they said the same of Ukaiso. Suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land doesn't seem so implausible. There was some kind of schism, an ideological one. From what I can glean, the godless were staunchly against the gods, hence their name. There are even some not-so-kind murals of the gods. It seems like the godless really took their anti-theism seriously. I have my reasons, and it is fascinating, isn't it? Well, I think we've covered everything, don't you? Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. How can I help, darling? These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that? Unfortunately, your clumsy countrymen ruined my entire stock of ointments when they were trying to burn my house down. And I'll remember that comment. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing. In life, you make your own entertainment. I enjoy scandalizing the small-minded when I can. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie. Oh, she was still young. Quilici offered to help her study for and prepare her thesis as a favor to her parents. She was over day and night for months, and, well, now she's family. We adore her. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord. No, of course not. No one is perfect, but I forgive him many vices. Like, he sleeps with his socks on.
Right. How do you suggest we keep our feet warm at night? Light little fires between our toes?
You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more opaque. But listening to your incantations, they could use some tightening up. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say? If such a thing is even possible. For me, at least. What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use. I wish we could have done more for them. Capo and Chico, I mean. But if I were in his shoes, I hope I'd make the same choice. Though I'd like to pick a more fun way to die. Obviously, you've never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yatsley. And don't you forget it. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? Well, I suppose you've earned that much. And I do enjoy rewarding tenacity. Though between your dreams and mine, it's a wonder anyone gets any sleep around here. You remember that I nearly burned my family home down when I was young? It was an accident, and I paid for it. My parents refused to buy me more spellbooks for years. Well, shortly after all that fuss, the dream began. It started at first with a fire, just flames crackling, and a feeling of safety. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. But then the dream kept coming back, night after night. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a fire in a hearth, and that hearth was in an old library. I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there were so many tablets lining the walls. A man after my own heart. In the library, there's just one person, but they're wearing a hood, so I never see their face. They do the same thing every night. They curl up in a chair by the fire, hold a tablet to their chest, and then the fear comes. The paralyzing, all-encompassing fear of something. Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right before it gets there, I wake up.
You've been listening to too many of Giada's ghost stories.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. How sibilant. No. Just that it's all-encompassing. It's strange. I've not told many of the details of my dream. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. Don't let it inflate your ego too much. I suppose we should try and get some rest now. I'll have some tea ready for when we awaken later. Do you think those Edirans were onto something? Or were they onto something before you ended their studies? Do you think they could have cured the Dream Scourge? Dearie, the best science has a little danger attached. I just hope we made the right decision. I suppose you're right. But we missed an opportunity to learn more, and we won't get such a chance again. I hate to see it slip through our fingers. Had you left them to their own devices, who knows what we would have gained? A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dream Scourge, and even other ailments? But our loss, I suppose. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. But Kai's hiding a lot behind that humor of his, isn't he? Thinking that that could be Quilici in me is not something I want to think about. And Marius, I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money. It is a lovely little perk, isn't it? But so is the ability to actually talk to any you meet. Don't discount it. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all you meet? I understand. It's hard to be away from one you love, even for the best reasons. Can I ask about them, your sweetheart? Putting that experience taming wild stallions to good use, is she? A woman after my own heart. And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie. Why do you think Quilici and I went to Naku Tedek in the first place? Of course, other lovers were less willing. Something about them being gross and terrifying. I just think it adds to the excitement. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. I'll leave you alone to do whatever envoys do.
What's that you're drinking?
Some tea from the deer room. It's got some Glanfathan name I've never been able to pronounce, but it's delightful.
I've never smelled anything quite like it.
See? Delightful, isn't it? And it tastes just as good if you'd like it.
Another time. I'll just sit here and enjoy the scent if you don't mind.
Suit yourself. More for me.
That's done? Who's hungry? I've seen giants like these before. What happened here? Vidum.
Don't seek! Treacherous weeds!
Seek! You tear it apart! Treacherous weed! Seek! Seek!
right track. You can tell because it's extremely dangerous. Quiet as a soul.
We've got company! been here in a bit.